Hello, and welcome to Geek Out with Perry. In previous episodes, we've talked about large, low-cost mailboxes. In this episode of Geek Out with Perry, we'll talk about the technology that allows administrators to be able to move these large, low-cost mailboxes without impacting the end user. In Exchange 2010, we introduced Mailbox Replication Service. So how is this different from how we've done moves in previous versions of Exchange?
Right. Well, the Mailbox Replication Service is our improved move mailbox system, right? So moving mailbox is about managing your system. If you've got hardware replacements or upgrades or need to do some load balancing, you need to move mailboxes around. Mm-hmm. In previous versions, mailboxes tended to be quite small. The amount of time it took to do it was both a small latency on a particular move, so the impact on end users wasn't very big, and the total amount of data was pretty small, so you could pretty much schedule this off hours and take care of it and not impact end users. With the advent of very large mailboxes, multi-gigabyte, tens of gigabytes, taking a mailbox offline wasn't really acceptable, and it prevented you also from taking advantage of working hours to manage the system. So the single biggest improvement that you get from MRS is that it's all online. From an end user perspective, the moves are asynchronous to them. Right? We're getting the data replicated in the background, and then we do a final failover. So that's the replication part. It's not just a move. We are doing a replication scheme behind the scenes.
Okay. So how does this process work?
So the other part of the name, the service part, is also a big improvement for IT pros. With the old move mailbox system, you'd have a console, you'd initiate it. If the console went down, you'd have to restart and redo all the moves. Mm-hmm. If the server you were targeting went down, if there was a glitch on a hard drive, you'd have to clean up and restart all the moves. And same thing with any of the other infrastructure that's going through. But the cool thing about MRS is that it's actually a service that's running on all the CAS servers. Okay. Okay. And if the IT pro sends in a request to initiate a move mailbox, so a new move request comes in, the MRS system will pick it up and put an entry in the AD indicating that there's a set of mailboxes with a certain set of parameters that need to be moved from here to there. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that makes it that piece of data is then reliable. From then on, the console is essentially gets a response saying, yeah, okay, thank you, we've got your request, and we're gonna do the moves. Mm-hmm. Then a particular MRS service on one of the CAD servers picks up a set of mailboxes and then it finds where they are and the targets and starts moving them. So database A is one. Database 1 that's active is found on this mailbox server, and its target is database 2, which is also active here. And we start basically moving data and replicating data between those two servers. Okay. Okay. This is controlled by the MRS, and it throttles it so that the amount of, if you're doing many moves in the same time, we don't allow the content replication that's protecting the databases to fall behind, won't let CPU get too high, okay, and that sort of thing. So you can not have to worry about running this during business hours. The system will continue to perform, and we'll be able to use up spare capacity on the system throughout the day, okay, as the peaks and valleys go on. But let's say we lose a mailbox server. Yep. Okay, well, that mailbox server is going to fail over, or even just the individual spindle in the background. So one of the replicas, the 1P, is going to become the new active, mm-hmm, and it's going to come up on live. There's going to be a break in the moves, okay, but then when the server is back online, 30 seconds later, this MRS server is going to pick it up and then continue on from where it was. Oh, great. Okay. While this is all going on, you have many, many moves going on that you've scheduled. Mm-hmm. You can always query for status across all the moves, see the percentage replicated, and get a good idea of when it's going to be complete, and the set that are finished, and the set that have still got stuff to do. Even if we lose this CAS front end, okay, again, the moves, there's a certain amount of data that's been moved over, let's say 70%. Mm-hmm. You don't have to restart. one of these other CAS servers is going to pick up the fact that nobody's handling the move that's been set up in AD, and then pick up responsibility for that. And at that point, essentially, you can conceptually imagine that all right, and we'll just continue on from where it left off. So the system stays robust in the face of any of the particular failures. So you can set up a batch of moves that's going to last for several days. Not worry about having to keep stopping it because you're running into peak hours. The system will naturally throttle itself. It'll deal with any failures in the system pretty much automatically. And as a result, you can get an awful lot of content move through. Now this allows you can do all this with an upgrade from Exchange 2007 as long as you've installed the latest service packs.
Okay.
And going forward, this is going to remain. So any future upgrades will take advantage of this as well.
Great. So how does this also benefit Exchange Online customers?
Essentially, we designed the system to work across the internet. It's necessary even on-premise. Cross-forest, cross-data center moves are important to be able to do on-premise. But then the same system basically is what's used for migrating content up to the data center. So again, you can set provision your target set of mailboxes and start this background replication, and when they're completed, the user gets switched over automatically. So you can literally switch from running a set of your mailboxes on premise to in the cloud and not have any downtime impact on your end users.
That sounds great. Thanks, Perry. And thanks for watching. Keep on sending us that feedback and stay tuned for more episodes with Geek Out with Perry.